The moment you start explaining yourself, you've already lost. Think about it. Someone throws a subtle jab at you in public, questions your competence in a meeting, twists your words in a relationship. Your chest tightens. Your mind races. You feel misunderstood, and your instinct screams, I need to explain. So you talk, you justify, you clarify, you defend. And in that exact moment, you give them power over you. Because the world doesn't judge you by how true your explanation is. It judges you by how desperate you sound while giving it. The one who explains is the one who submits. The one who defends accepts the other person as the judge. Machiavelli understood this centuries ago. Power isn't about being right. It's about who controls the frame. And the moment you defend yourself, you step into their frame. You become the defendant in their courtroom. But what if you didn't? What if, when the attack comes, you do the one thing that terrifies manipulators the most? Most people live like emotional puppets, pulled by other people's reactions. Someone frowns, they apologize. Someone accuses, they explain. Someone misunderstands, they panic. They live in constant defense mode, trying to prove they're good, smart, or worthy. It's exhausting, and it slowly kills your confidence. But there's another way, a way of moving through the world so calm, so detached, so solid, that insults don't hit you. They dissolve. This isn't about being cold. It's not arrogance. It's about where you get your sense of reality from. Today, we're breaking down the psychology of non-defense, how to flip power instantly, how silence becomes a weapon, and why the need to be understood is the most dangerous addiction you have. But be warned, this requires killing a part of yourself, the part that begs to be understood, the part that wants permission. Kill that, and you become untouchable. So why do you explain yourself in the first place? It starts in childhood. When you were a kid and got accused, the only way out was explaining. I didn't break it. It wasn't my fault. They started it. You learned something important. Authority decides your fate, and explanation equals safety. The problem? You grew up. But that wiring didn't. Now you treat everyone like an authority figure. Your boss, your partner, strangers online, even your enemies. When you defend yourself, what you're really saying is, you are the judge. Please approve me so I can feel safe. And that smells like weakness. Humans are primitive. We sense submission instantly. Machiavelli said it's safer to be feared than loved. In modern life, that translates to this. It's safer to be respected than understood. When you rush to explain, you choose understanding over respect. A king doesn't explain his decisions. A lion doesn't justify the hunt. The moment you start rambling, showing receipts, replaying old conversations, proving your intent, you reveal something dangerous. Your stability depends on their agreement, and once they know that they own you. Here's the harsh truth. They didn't accuse you because they wanted facts. They accused you to see if you'd react, and you did. The first step to becoming untouchable is realizing something simple. There is no courtroom, no judge, no jury, only opinions. And opinions are noise. So what happens when you don't react? Imagine this. Someone says, you're being selfish. Old you jumps in, no, I'm not. I did this and that, and weak, predictable. Now imagine this instead. They say, you're being selfish. You look at them, calm, neutral, and you say nothing. You let the silence sit. 3 seconds, 4, 5. That silence is torture. The human brain hates silence during conflict. It means the script is broken. Now they feel uncomfortable. Now they start explaining. Well, I don't mean always, just, why are you staring at me? The power just flipped. This is the weaponized version of the gray rock method. You become a void, and you can't attack a void. No defense means no resistance, and without resistance, their attack collapses. Yes, your ego will scream, say something, fight back. Ignore it. The most powerful person in the room is the one who can't be read. When you defend, you expose your insecurities. I'm not stupid. Intelligence is your wound. I'm not a bad person. Morality is your wound. Silence exposes nothing. Sometimes silence isn't enough. Sometimes you need words, but never defensive ones. Instead, you pull, not push. This is called agree and amplify. Someone says, "You're greedy." Weak response, "No, I'm just responsible." Strong response, "You caught me. I swim in gold coins every Tuesday. Bad for my back." Flat tone, slight smirk. You've just done 3 things. Refused to be insulted, proved you're not insecure, took control of the frame. That's amused mastery. It's the energy of someone who knows they're safe. You don't argue with toddlers throwing tantrums. You smile. Defending yourself is getting on the floor and screaming with them. Don't do that. Stand up. Mock the label. And the label dies. You're arrogant. I prefer confidently charming, but sure. You only care about yourself. I'm improving. I'll add you to the list next year. Savage, dismissive, magnetic. Why does it work? Because people who know who they are don't panic over labels. If an insult hurts, it's because part of you fears it's true. That's the real work. Now, here's the deeper layer. Every conflict has a hidden structure. One person questions, one person answers. The one asking questions holds power, so stop answering. Flip it. Them, why are you always late? Weak, traffic, alarm, excuses. Strong, why does my timing affect you this much? Now, the spotlight is on them. You're no longer defending, you're observing. You're being ridiculous. What makes you feel the need to use labels like that? You're not attacking, you're dissecting. Manipulators hate this, because now they're exposed. Sometimes the strongest move is simple agreement, not submission, neutral agreement. You mess this up, you're incompetent. Weak, I'm not incompetent. Strong, you're right, the report has errors. I'll fix it. Notice what you didn't accept. You accepted the fact, not the identity. Secure people admit mistakes easily. Insecure people fight to protect their ego. Lay down your sword, and the attacker looks foolish holding theirs. None of this works if it's just lines. Your body language matters more than words. Calm voice, still eyes, relaxed posture. And here's the ultimate truth. You can't shame someone who's accepted themselves. When you own your shadowed attacks lose power. Yes, I can be selfish sometimes. Yes, I can be difficult. So what? There's nothing left to expose. For the next 7 days, try this. No defense, no explaining. Late? I'm late. Spilled coffee? I spilled it. Misunderstood? Let them misunderstand. Feel the discomfort. Let the urge to explain burn out. Watch what happens. Confusion first, then respect, then something strange. Magnetism. Because nothing signals certainty louder than someone who doesn't need to justify their existence. Keep your mystery, keep your silence, keep your power. If this hits something deep in you, The part that's tired of performing, then you already know. Subscribe. Not because I asked, but because you're done living like prey in a world that rewards predators.